the bus drives to different cities every day, so people might think that we have time to, to see this how the city looks like, but actually we don't have time. When we arrive at the venue, we have to cook very fast, do the load in and load out very fast. And we have to stay at the dressing rooms, waiting for the sound check. And there are a lot of things to do, like to do the interviews or blah blah blah. So actually, we can only walk around the venue, not the whole city. So far, I can only figure out the differences of food. Yeah. Not too much differences so far. Yeah. My dad is a bass player, so when I was a little child, I got influence from him. So when I was in high school, I formed a band, and at that time I started playing metal because at that time our member in the band they only play metal, so I have no choice. so. But when I start to play a lot of metal songs like Slayer, Megadeth, or Metallica, I feel like it's a very beautiful music that even though it's very noisy and complicated and not easy to absorb at the first time, but once you know how beauty this kind of music is, you can listen to all kinds of music because this is the most complicated music, one of the most complicated music in the world, I think. So that's the way I get into the metal scene. I think the band, the former founder of the band is our vocalist Freddie, and he is very interested in the historical topics. So that's why when he started the band, he chose the Chinese or the Oriental, Asian history or mythology as the topic of our music, because I think he has the passion about the history. When every time the bands are talking about or just the chatting, at a dinner table, and he will start to he starts to talk about the history, like from Mongolia to to Greece, or he knows a lot about that. And my major in university is politics, so I'm kind of interested in this kind of the topic because I think the history, the politics now is the history in the future. So I think it's connected. So we are into this kind of topic. I think at least 2 members in the band are interested. It's because in our music, most of our history are combined with the tragedy and some mythology. So the music we play is very heavy and extreme, but they are not only the things that we want to express in our music, because we want to express the melancholy, and sadness in a way, because our song are not like in this world forever, something like, no, because I think I think song has his life and also has his own emotions, up and down, and different kind of layers of the emotions. So we combine the sadness, the rage, the fear in our music. So we need something to express the sadness part. Distortion, guitar and bass, drums, they can express the very heavy part, but there's no instrument can express the sadness part. And then we found out that the Taiwanese traditional instrument called henna, two-string violin, the sounds just like the baby's crying or a human being's crying. And we think it's really good to combine with our music, so that's why. I think we can do more. Yeah, and I think it's just the beginning. Even though I've already feel exhausted because tour in a foreign country for 2 months is not that easy, especially the cultural differences. So we've been toured in the Western world from 2007 until now. It's already 6 years, I guess. And yeah, we are growing up, but in a way, sometimes I think the small things get me exhausted, like the backstage or the dressing room. It's always crap, the floor, the toilet. And I was like, why? I want my office, my working places can be neat and clean. And just flower in the table, makes me feel so good. But no, our dressing room is the dirty sofa and floor. So no, okay. Sometimes these kind of things make me feel depressed or exhausted. But I think we can do more in the band's career. I think there are more and more invitation offered to Chthonic to play in Europe or North America. But our time is getting short and shorter because the members, they have their own jobs, like the sound engineer, or they are managing music schools, or like our vocalist Freddie, he's the chairman of the Amnesty International Taiwan and Pacific Asia. So everybody got so busy nowadays. So I don't know what will happen in the future, but I wish we can do more, but it still depends on members' situation. Like 10 or 15 years ago, I think Taiwanese metal scene is very limited. Not so many metal bands. And at the time, I think the metal scene in Western world is going down at that time, like the late 90s but I think maybe our band, I guess. In Taiwan, we did a lot of successful concerts and shows, and so it kind of inspired people to have their own metal bands and inspired them to like this kind of music. I always think that every genre needs an idol. Not like a Madonna, or the Bernie. You know what I mean? Not like that kind of idol, but I think if you did really good and a lot of people likes your music because you truly give all your heart in your music and you really like people likes your music, and then there will be a trend form here, and then everybody will follow. So you don't need to see, oh, metal is not a trend anymore, so maybe I should play technic or post rock or blah blah blah. I think if you're strong enough, people will come to you. You don't need to go to others. So in Taiwan, I think the metal scene is getting better and better because not only Chthonic but few other Taiwanese great bands, metal bands, we all together build up the scenes. So I think it's getting better now. I think before our music is more like there's a whole story in one album, but this time each song in the album are different stories. So, but the different stories they are telling one same spirit. That is justified defense, arm yourself, and those kind of spirits are connected different songs together. So this is the in the theme. This is the most different one compared to the previous albums. And the writing songs, the procedures of writing songs are also different. And before, we came out with part of melody, and then we will put some Taiwanese elements into it. But in this album, Boutique, we used the totally opposite way. We wrote songs like writing a Taiwanese folk music, and then use the heavy metal way to express it. So the way is different, and we enjoy the procedure very much. So I think those two parts are the most different things. Yeah. I think every time, every album, we always think that we are running out of our ideas because we never ever thought that like Boutique, we made this 3 different music videos, and it cost us a lot of money, but in a way we try to use the visual way to express our music, not only the melody and the CDs and albums, but also the visual way. So before we finished recording this album, we never came out of this idea. This idea just came out when the master is finished. So it just like, this is a good idea, something like this. So for now, I cannot expect what will happen in the future. It will depend on what kind of music we write and what theme we choose to write for the next album. So at that time, I think the idea will just naturally come out, just like before. So we are not worried about we will run out of the idea, even though every time we will say, we're so exhausted that we ran out of our idea. But no, when the album's out, there's always ideas coming to you. So yeah, that's expect. The future is unknown. Yeah. Yes, very dangerous. No, Actually, we've been through the 2 months training, martial arts training, and that was so brutal because our trainer, he's very strict about everything, like stretching and hang you up on the air, something like that. And I think it's not easy to be a kung fu star. It really needs time, and we spend a lot of time to practice that, and we think it's very interesting. And some members said that they want to continue to practice after the album is out, after the video is finished, video shooting is finished. But actually, after the album is out, everybody got so busy still, so nobody continued to practice. But some moves we still remember, like how to kiss somebody, like yeah. But we need some like knife or the small weapons in hand so we can attack people. But with no hand, we can just we are not dangerous. Don't be afraid. A lot. Like I like to be the interior designer. I like to do like this decorations, and maybe I want to make the chairs wood things. I like this kind of things. And the plants, I like this kind of things. Not heavy metal at all. Before I played the band, I was teaching at the kindergarten. So when I was in university, it's a part-time job, but I'd like to work there to play with kids, something like that. So my life is totally different now. So if I'm not in the band, maybe I will do the totally opposite way. I think it's only the job, and it's not the real me, because the real me is really nerdy. And I think it's a job because I think our music and our style, I think it's like a path. It pushed me to this way, and I don't refuse it because I think sometimes it gives you a very, very different experience in life. Not so many people have this kind of experience, and I'm lucky, so I treasure this kind of opportunity. Even though some people might think that it's, the sexy symbol might be actually feminine, not respect to women. But I think it's like a coin in two sides. If you think that I see this situation more like not to be afraid of how you like, because you were born to like this. It is the gift from God. Even though I don't believe God, I believe Dalai Lama, but. But I think it's a good thing to express yourself, not only your thoughts, but how you look like. So in this point of view, I don't refuse it. But I think maybe I have to step back a little bit, because I think the response are going too far than my expectation. People always see me as a sexy symbol, I don't think that is the only thing I want to give to the audience. I've been here once, Paris once or two. The first time I was here, play with, I can't remember, Arch Enemy or I can't remember. And at the time I went to the door.
Okay.
What's that called?
Arc de Triomphe.
Oh yes.
French.
Thank you. I only know that's the door. And I think it's really amazing things. But actually the pity is I don't really have enough time to tour the city. But one thing I noticed that is there are a lot of different races in this city, and that makes this city so different and colorful. Very colorful. Different cultures meet different cultures, and it has different results. So I think it's a good thing for the future trend of human beings. Yeah. I think I really want to know more about the city, but I don't have time. Yeah. I hope next time I can be here just for sightseeing and for the holiday or something. Yeah.